The filter-free diary. Uh,
Good morning. It's a little after 8 in the morning. And today I want to talk about how to heal your childhood trauma. Whoa. Because if you're like me, when you were first trying, or are first trying, nobody knows. And if that's the case, if nobody knows how to do it, you should know you're not surrounded by healing people. But anyways, I want to talk about how you actually do it. And the thing is, once you heal a traumatic memory, it actually kind of transforms. And it's really hard to think about it anymore because it's like it's resolved. So, like, your mind brings up things that bother it, your mind brings up things that don't make sense to it. So, if you have a lot of PTSD, your mind is bringing up things for you to resolve. Well, as you start to resolve all of those things, your mind stops bringing them up, and eventually, your your mind doesn't bring anything up, and it's quiet. Do you know what it's like to have a quiet mind? It's actually pretty awesome, and it does what you tell it because everything's resolved, and it knows, well, that you might know what you're doing. Okay, so, anyways, how to heal it to begin with. So you got to go back to a traumatic memory. Do I have a traumatic memory I can go back to? I mean, mostly the only ones I haven't really resolved are like the minor ones, like being grounded all summer long. Yeah, that was a fucking thing we did. And I don't even remember why I was grounded all summer long. Oh, I got one. I can remember it. I made a joke. Nobody thought it was funny. And I got in big trouble. Okay, so I was at church and my family was helping the church to. So the church had decided to rent a public building that used to be a dance hall. So the church members were cleaning out all the decorum, the dance floor decorum stuff, right? And they were going to paint it all gray, ugly colors because it had all kinds of wild, beautiful colors. I remember this. And as we're painting away all the beauty and making it grays and blacks and whites and totally ugly, we decide to break for lunch. And for whatever reason, my lunch was 2 pieces of bread and a piece of cheese. And actually, that's a grilled cheese sandwich, but it's not if it's not melted and toasty. You just melt the cheese, you make a grilled cheese sandwich. And that's the joke I made when someone handed me 2 pieces of bread and cheese. I said, "Oh, look, all we need is a microwave and we can have a real sandwich." Come on, that's funny. Anyways, um, the church people did not think it was funny. And I think I got backhanded by my dad, which actually is not a big deal because that was a standard thing. In fact, I hated riding in the back seat of the car unless I was directly behind him because otherwise he could backhand me. Things you learn. Anyways, so I got backhanded and reprimanded for making a joke. And the lesson I walked away with is you shouldn't make jokes at church. That's not a real thing, by the way. So to heal it, all I had to do was relive that stupid memory and be like, ah, These were people that were already taking advantage of other people, not paying them for their work. These were broke, desperate people, and they were super stressed, and they were not in the mood for a joke. It's too bad, because it probably could have done some healing for them. So, stressed, broken people reacting poorly. I'm allowed to make jokes in church. That wasn't really the lesson. Those are just stupid people. The real lesson was when people are stressed and taking advantage of you, don't make a joke that denotes how they're taking advantage of you. And that is how you heal childhood trauma. Right? And now I've got that one. And I know it's okay to make jokes in church. And my mind is like, oh, good. It's okay to make jokes in church. Okay, we're done with that one. We'll check that one off the list. And I'll probably never think of that memory ever again, and I'll probably forget it. But what I will remember is the lesson learned, the defining statement in that situation, which is don't make jokes about being taken advantage of while you're being taken advantage of. Especially if the people think that you don't know you're being taken advantage of. Ugh. This planet's so great. Okay, so anyways, I hope that was helpful. And yeah, have a great day.